closer. Donnie has a gig with Black Cat Bones, which is a local Tucson blues band, so that'll be super fun. Check out the sunset. It's way awesome. Yeah. Anyways, today has been really good. I had Charlie. I'm extremely exhausted. Let me catch you up on my week, though, because it has been hectic. So I did go to DEVITA, and I ended up having an iron shot because, of course, my iron is low. And I actually just ended a 100-hour fast, and I ended up going 110 hours because I had completed it at 2 a.m., but I'm not getting up at 2 a.m. And then I ended up going to a meeting and doing a bunch of things where I couldn't stop necessarily. So I ended up not eating until the afternoon, which I ended up eating egg drop soup, because you should always break your fast with something brothy and delicious. I used too many eggs, so it was very thick. I did eat probably 2 cups of that, though, and it was very nourishing. And then later on, I ate a couple of chicken wings, which I should not have done because that was way too much spiciness, and yeah. But whatever at this point. So Donnie had a birthday. It's very cool at the jam. He turned 65, so that's pretty shocking because a lot of people are like, he doesn't look it. And I don't think he looks it either. I think he probably looks 50 at least because he's got gray hair showing, but I don't think he looks 65. And he doesn't act 65. So I always tease that I don't have a grandpa, so I had to go find one, and Donnie's the one I chose. So we celebrated his birthday on Wednesday, and then yesterday is Thursday, so I had Charlie, and we went ahead and he didn't go to band practice so that we could hang out with Charlie together, kind of like a little family thing, which was super fun, you know. Yeah, so there was that. And then today I had a ton of things I was going to get done. Had my to-do list out. I was starting to check things off when my son messaged me and said, I can't believe I overslept. I didn't get Charlie to daycare. Can you just watch him? And so I ended up having him for the day, which was fine and fun. I just love how much he loves to watch sharks. He is just so obsessed with sharks and ocean life, fish, whales, octopus. He's really down to watch all of it, and he'll watch them eat seals. He'll see the seals, you know, nothing so terribly bloody. I mean, yeah, he doesn't really zone in on that part, but he does definitely zone in on the sharks, and he understands like they're eating, and so I don't know. He just loves it, and I'm like, maybe one day he's gonna be like an oceanographer, or, you know, like diving with the sharks one day or something. I don't know. But anyway, so that's what we did today, and we played Legos, and I actually felt pretty good on Tuesday. I was feeling pretty good, but getting tired. I could tell like I was starting to drop off at about 3 o'clock. And then Wednesdays when I got my iron shot. And usually the day I get my iron shot, I don't really feel an effect by it, but I almost feel overly exhausted. And I don't know if that's because my body's trying to figure out where to put the iron. So, or, you know, like how to distribute it. I mean, like, it's like another task for my body to do. With the iron, I don't know, but I tend to feel more exhausted that day, so I really had to pull deep to have the energy for that birthday party, which I did. And then from that point, yesterday was pretty tired. So I took a pretty good long nap in the morning because I knew when I had Charlie, everything would be like, I have to keep the energy up, you know. And then I walked over to get him. And then I walked back. We walked back. It was a beautiful day for the walk. And then I felt pretty good. You know, like, I feel like the iron was kind of kicking in and stuff. Plus, I switched over to Chobani. So, you know, that I've had. And I've had, whoa, this is wild. I've had, that's it. So I've had eggs, and I actually purchased a pork chop, and I tried to eat that today, but I was not doing well with that. I don't know. I just have not eaten a pork chop in a really long time, and I don't know if in my head it's just like it's a pork, it's a pig. I know that if it was my neighbor who had a pig and slaughtered it, I would be way down to eat that pork chop, because I know that that pig did not eat its brother and was not in a factory, and I think that's why. However, sausage, I'll eat. It doesn't really affect my mentality that way, and neither does bacon. So yesterday I cooked bacon up, and then I went ahead and purchased a pretty expensive piece of roast that I cut down into steaks, because it was Donnie's birthday, so that's what we had. And this morning I woke up about 3:30, and I felt really nauseous, like really, really sick. So I got up and sat on the couch and walked around, and in that early of the morning, it's really nice and cool in Tucson. And so I opened the sliding glass door, and, you know, it really cools down the whole apartment, where you have to have a blanket. And so that combined really helped my nausea. And then about an hour later, it went away, because I really thought I was going to have to throw up. And I don't know why that happened. It could be that eating that much fat and protein so quickly after my fasting is probably the culprit, which I guess I should know better than that, but I really didn't even eat a lot either, so I don't know. So anyways, that was kind of weird this morning. But then I thought I would have the whole day to just like get my things done, and then go ahead and chill. And I had a bunch of videos I need to edit, and I had a bunch of videos I need to record, and then all of a sudden here comes Charlie. So it's funny how that happens. And then I feel like I'm trying to race against time to get things done. But realistically, like, I just need to be blessed, or remember that I'm blessed to have so many things to get done. Like, that's right. It's okay. Like, I'm my own worst enemy, because I have this expectation of my own duties and the things I need to do and how quickly and all this stuff and the momentum, and I just need to chill. Because realistically, it's not going to hurt anyone. Like, eventually it will be a very positive thing, because it's tasks getting done that I need to get done, but it's not life-threatening or really anything that I have to super stress about or stay up all hours of the night figuring out. So I just have to chill, but that's hard sometimes. I think it's interesting in my camera how the street lights look like a planet, or the Death Star, or maybe a moon. I don't know if it looks that way on your end, but I glanced over and I was like, how is the moon there and not in the sky? At least in this direction. And then I'm like, oh, okay, it's a street light. So funny. Oh well. So anyways, other than that, tomorrow I think we're just chilling out, because next Saturday is a big blues fest. It's all day, and it's an event that I've helped plan in a way. And I say that very specifically because realistically, I'm really nervous about it, and I hands are tied and you're not given the opportunity to do what you know how to do and how to do things well. That's my thing, like I could have done so many things already at this point, ready, lined up, ready to go, and it's too late. It's too late. And then, this is just, I guess, how they normally do things. And I'm like, that's wild. Like, I don't like it. I don't like to do events like that. I like to be very precise and planned, and I don't know. So basically, at the festival, I'm just going to be a host. And I'm just going to walk around, make sure everybody's cool, everything's okay, take my videos, take my pictures. I'm going to enjoy the festival because I actually, behind the scenes, have done a lot of work. I do a lot of the social media stuff and the creativity and so forth. And so I feel like I have contributed extremely high